So we're going to look at how to learn a character in a Mortal Kombat 1. Now this applies to any character in this game, not just Quan Chi. Obviously, I'm only using Quan Chi's because, like, you know, he just came out yesterday. Early access, that wasn't early access because the servers were down all freaking day. But I think that knowing how to learn a character yourself without necessarily watching a guide or something like that, like watching someone teach you how to play them, is a very, very important skill if you want to get extremely good at fighting games. I think it's a bit overlooked because at the same time it is a skill that is needed to lab stuff you have trouble against, right? You know, all of those skills are kind of into one, but learning a new character is super important to know. And of course I will use MK1 as an example, but all this knowledge, right, most of it, all the things I'm going to talk about can actually be applied to like any fighting game that exists. Also, I hope y'all like my Deadpool Christmas shirt. It has little lights on them. So the first thing you want to do when you get in the lab with a completely new character, you want to try out their movement. Do they have a fast walk forward speed, a fast walk back speed? How's their dash? You know, his dashes feel pretty sluggish, they feel pretty slow. His walk backwards is a bit slower than his forward walk. I'm gonna combo you with tentacles. But no, actually his walk forward is faster. That's odd, because usually zoners have a faster walk back. Yeah, his dash forward too is faster. So is his wave dash or whatever. Interesting. So that is the first thing you want to do. How is the jump? Is it floaty? Is it quick? You want to test out their movement, see how they feel. Next up, you want to try out their buttons without looking at the move list necessarily. So what I do is I look, what's the standing 1? What's the standing 2? Okay, that's weird. Sometimes I'll check out the range, like, where can I hit them from, right? Okay, that had crazy range for a second there. I was like, hold up. What is this? No fucking way, dude. Okay, that is ridiculous. Ooh, a little tentacle hit. Man, his animations are pretty freaking good. So, you want to try out those buttons. Then when you did the standing buttons, you want to do forward and backwards. So you want to check if he has any advancing move. So especially the forward input. So forward 1, no advancing. Forward 2, no advancing either. Forward 4, not advancing. Forward 3, nope. So the only advancing move seems to be his back 3, which is, you know, a little starter, right? What's his back 2? Okay, so you can chart it up, I see. Now that you know that his standing 4 hits from anywhere on the screen, and you know he has a pretty long range standing 3, and he also has a really good advancing low starter, right? So that's good to know. But does he have any freaking mids? You know, that starts as a high. The forward 2 starts as a mid. But as you can see, that skeleton goes right. Animation's pretty funny. It looks like it headbutts them. So yeah, that's his only mid, and it's 14 frames of startup. So it's really important to have the frame data up on screen, of course, when you look at the buttons. If you don't know where to activate that, click on start and go in practice settings. All the way at the bottom where it says HUD, and click on frame data left. That's where your character is on the screen. Standing 1, 8 frames. Most characters have a 7 frame standing 1, so it's like 1 frame slower. I mean, it's not too bad. Standing 2 is actually 12 frames, which is pretty quick, you know? Compared to other characters, like Melina's I think is 19 frames or something, if I'm not mistaken. Forward 2, 14 frame startup, not too bad. Back 3, 16 frame startup. It's getting a little slow, but as a whiff punish, you know, because it does advance. Doesn't advance too far though. That range is sus, right? But still, this is what you want to do to beta poke. Whoop. Full combo them, right? Now that you know a bit of his range, a bit of his buttons, the frame data, check it. Oh, that is disgusting. No, that is a bad down one, dog. Nope. Oh, actually, the range. pretty good range. I understand why it's 9 frames now. Now that you know this, you want to check the full strings out and check the frame data. Let's look at his full strings, right? Now we want to click on square for the advanced view. Now you see all the info you want. So this full string is 0 on block. So it resets both you and your opponent, which means no one has the advantage. And if you want to pressure, you can pressure, but also know that your opponent can also pressure. So that's really good. This is -2, so not really a stagger. 0 on block, you could stagger with standing 1. This is -7 on block. You can get jailed into grabs and stuff like that, so probably don't do that on block. Next, he has 2 different strings here. One has -7, one -5. And his full string is -8, so don't do that on block. This is charge back 2, is forward 2, -13 on block. Ouch. There's back 3, -7. I guess the range, nah, that's dangerous to do. So yeah, you really want to do the full string here if you want to pressure the block, right? Because it's -5, which leaves you safe. As we know in this game, anything lower than -6 is safe. And forward 4 is also safe. All right. Now we're going to tag those moves so that we can see them on screen, because obviously I'm not going to remember any of this. So there's a lot of stuff here. That is darn so. That definitely has a gap, dude. Ooh, that is a free pop-up. So now that you know that you can, get a conversion off of 1-3. You know that his standing 1 is his fastest move, starting at 8 frames. So this will be your punish, right? Now we have 2-1-3. Alright, knockdown. Guess you can use this, right? It feels slow and sluggish, but I would still try to stagger this because of the range of it, right? Alright, that's the full knockdown, I see. Now we have 4-2-1. That's a knockdown. It's, it's a good mid, so his mid only has 1 hit, dude. It is pretty slow though, so I guess you can hit confirm. And then he has a back 3, 4-2. Ooh, okay, so that is a free pop-up. I see. It seems that his 1-2 is going to be a really good when continuing combo off of any pop-up. Okay, that's weird in the corner, damn. And that is a knockdown. Alright, cool. Now that we know most of his strings, we know that 1-3 pops up, we know that back 3-4-2 pops up. We want to see what he can do on block, right? We already saw the frame data, but we still want to see. So go in the settings, click on opponent type, block mode, block all, right? Yeah, so this is like quick enough to stagger, dude. This is gonna be pretty good. So if they block this, it's +8. I mean, they can interrupt you though, so it's not that good, right? Does it change at the range? I was trying to see, like... Nah, this is gonna be dangerous to do on block, dude. I'm gonna have to use only this to with punish for sure. And forward 2 in neutral to try and get a conversion. The thing is, right, we know the range. This is pretty far. We know the range of this is pretty far. Like, of course, if they have a good mid, this probably not gonna work that well, but still, he has a lot of good neutral tools, I find. They're a bit sluggish, but I like the range on this. For sure, for sure. And this is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire existence. Like, yeah, it's -21, dog, but who's gonna... Well, Melina's gonna punish you from that distance, but... Still, if you're not expecting it, bro, it's hitting you. I'm not sure how hit confirmable it is though. Anyways, now that we looked at the frame data and we looked at his range and what you can stagger with and what you can pop up with for combos, we're gonna move on to his specials. So when looking at the specials, holy moly. The thing you want to look at is, do some of them pop up for free? Do you need to spend a bar to pop up? Is it just for a combo ender? Now that hurts my brain. Far, very far. Jeez. Not the command grab. Okay. But can you even do anything out of that? Okay, so we're gonna look at his specials. Right, that's a skull. That's another projectile. That does something, I'm sure. Oh, okay, it enhances his specials. Ooh. Oh, hold up, what the fuck was that? So first you want to try them out normally, right? See what they do. And then you want to try them out enhanced. So this enhances the stuff. Right. Oh, this is a tentacle grab, nice. Startup is slow as hell though. And 2 bars for that. Ouchie. That's a stronger. Oh man, that lasted for like 2 seconds, dude. Okay. That pops up. Oh, that traps them. Okay, well, that's cool. That eats them, becomes a mid. Usually it's a high. Alright, so like most projectiles. So you know he has 1 pop-up, but you need to spend a bar. And he has another pop-up, but you gotta spend 2 bars with this one, right? That is a bit excessive, dog. He has a free pop-up with his string anyways, right? So I don't know why you would do that, but hey. It's there, I guess. And now you want to see what the specials are on block. Most specials are hella negative on block, so you don't want to do them. But sometimes, if they're a little bit negative, they push you back, they push your opponent back, it can be safe. So we still want to check that out. So again, put your opponent to block. Is that really... What? So it's -8 if you do the close one. But if you do the regular, it's 0. Well, I guess they can punish you though, because look at the... Yeah, there's a gap there for sure, dude. But still, I mean, it's 0 on block. Ooh, yep, yikes, you don't want to do that on block. And you don't want to do that on block either. Because ouch. But it's, like, you know, this hits from pretty far. Especially if they do this. Like, that's gonna be annoying, dude. Wait, is this a low? It is a low. Oh, that's annoying. I mean, I guess Melina could ball roll and some other characters, maybe Sub-Zero with a slide. Could punish you for that, but yeah. That is good to know. So if you're not sure what like the zone of power does, right? Because I know this enhances his stuff. But what does enhance zone of power do? So go in the move list, go into special, and then go zone of power. If I can find it here. Right, enhance zone of power. I want to click on advanced view, and it'll tell you cost 1 bar super meter, repels opponents. I was not doing any repelling. Oh, okay, pushes them back. Yeah, I see. So now let's look at what Feel the Bone does, because I know it traps them, but like, really, what does it do? Restricts victims' movement for a duration. Enhanced Feel the Bones lasts 150 frames. Damn, so they're in jail for a long time. So it really traps them. So, you know, good for zoning, right? Alright, now we know his range, his normals, his frame data, we know his strings, the ones that pop up, we know his mids, we know his lows. Now comes the best time of the year, and that is figuring out what combos you can do with him. I mean, you want to put what you learned into practice. If we know that this is a Spanish, we're going to start a combo with this. We know that he has a low starter, we're going to find a combo for this, right? We know what pops up for free. So we can use one of his other pop-ups, either the tentacle or the skull shot. Yeah, that's way too freaking slow to connect. So that's a no-go. You're gonna have to spend 2 bars if you want to really combo with him, I guess. I'm gonna start with something really, really simple, and we're gonna work already from there. Don't try to do a full freaking complicated combo. Use any starter. See what does the most damage and then go from that, right? Like build it up, you know, like a puzzle, I guess. We're gonna do 1-3 because we know that pops up, right? And he doesn't. Now this is unfortunate because this would be a lot of damage. This would be a lot of damage, but it looks too slow to combo. So we're gonna really have to use his punches with which does less damage. Forgot to look at the air stuff, but we're gonna look at it really quickly. What you want to look for in an aerial attack, especially if you want it for combos, you know, most damage, obviously, and if it's cancelable. If it's not cancelable, you can't like finish a combo with it. So yeah, it's gonna be either air 1-2 or air 2-1. So that's like 28% for 2 bars. Would it be more beneficial if you would do a string into enhanced skull? So we can do his mid, you know, into Serena. Oh my gosh, it puts him pretty far. What if we do just one? Oh wait, I'm so stupid. If you do this, right? Then we go into his low string that pops up. Oh, that's it. So, mid, Serena, pop-up, other pop-up, and combo ender. There you go. So that's sort of how you want to learn how to do combos. So you start with small sections that you know, see the damage it does, then try to, you know, optimize it by adding moves or strings that do more damage. Especially kick strings do more damage, but he doesn't have a lot of good ones. His only good one is this that pops up, right? But unfortunately, or fortunately, you can use it. So, you know, it's still 32% for 2 bars. That's whatever. And you don't need to use a tentacle, right? You can finish the combo there if you don't want to spend that 2 bars. You can still get some pretty good damage, I would guess. So let's try it. See what it does. Man, that doesn't connect. Rip. We could finish it with this if she's too low. Yeah, if she's high enough, you can finish it with the stomp, which does more damage probably. Let you know the buttons, you know some combos, you practice them, and you know what's safe, what's unsafe, what to do on block, what to stagger with. The next thing you need to learn is the anti-airs. Now in this game, most anti-airs is the standing one, right? Standing one and then go into a combo or whatever. But you can try out a ton of different things with your character. Obviously this is not gonna, well, this might work, but this is gonna work. However, it's not special cancelable, so you can't do anything after that. It's just like it's gonna be a knockdown, right? But yeah, you want to try some conversions off of anti-airs. So go into opponent type, movement mode, just go in, jump forward. Man, you gotta be so freaking low. Yeah, that does not work. That works pretty freaking well. Maybe you can even get a cameo out of that, dude. Like especially Sonya. Oh yeah, you can definitely combo off of that with Sonya, dude. Yeet. That's one thing that, you know, is pretty important. People like to jump a lot in this game, but there's also a block. So, you know, you don't really need anti-airs as much. If you think they're going to jump kick, then, you know, a block and get a full punish on them as well. Once you've gone through all of these things with the character and you practice the combos, you feel ready, don't go online right away. Go play some invasions, go play some towers, just to get used to doing the combos in a match, right? Because doing a combo in practice mode, easy. Doing a combo against people, pretty freaking hard, because there's a thing called muscle memory, right? In fighting games and video games in general, where you won't have that for this new character right away, so your brain will scramble. Like, you have a punish opportunity, your brain's going to scramble to figure out what to do because you don't have the muscle memory, right? So I suggest going to play against the AI until you feel like you have the muscle memory, you get punishes down, and you get hit confirms in neutral and stuff like that down, right? And then the next part, well, go and play online. If you have friends that play, training partners, that's really, really good, obviously, because learning all of this stuff is important and it is the cornerstone of learning a new character. However, learning to play them, that's a totally different ball game. It is probably the hardest part of learning a character, so you need to put this time in. Even though it doesn't go your way first, like, you know, you have trouble, you don't remember stuff, it's fine. It's the growing pains of learning a new character. Figure out what works in neutral, what doesn't, you know, what to poke with, what what to stagger with, you know. Of course we labbed all of that stuff, but what works against people is really different, right? That's how you learn a character in any fighting game. I hope this helps you with Quan Chi in Mortal Kombat 1, and I hope this helps you with any other character that's going to come out for this game. So as always guys, have yourselves a wonderful day, and I'll see you all very soon.